Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tech Talk Central.
For those of you just joining us,
I'm Nathan,
and I'm Sarah.
and we're about to take a deep dive into the world of QD-OLED monitors.
Specifically, we're going to dissect the top 3 contenders on the market right now.
Yeah, using a blend of Amazon listings and real-world user reviews.
Exactly.
So if you're thinking about upgrading your visual experience, well, this is the place to be.
Definitely.
All right, so let's kick things off with the Asus ROG Swift 32-inch 4K OLED gaming monitor.
The PG32U CDM.
Yeah, the PG32U CDM for those who love model numbers.
Gotta love them.
This thing comes loaded, 32-inch 4K QD-OLED panel, 240 Hz refresh rate, 0.03 meters response time, even a custom heatsink to keep things cool.
Wow.
Asus is definitely gunning for the hardcore gamer market with this one.
Now, I know you're probably thinking QD-OLED, another fancy acronym.
Oh, yeah.
But trust me, this tech is worth getting excited about.
Okay, I'm listening.
What's really fascinating is how QD-OLED combines the best of both worlds. You get the inky blacks and vibrant colors that OLED is known for, but with the added benefit of quantum dots to boost brightness and color volume. Plus, there's the whole burn-in thing, which is a concern with OLED.
Sure.
QD-OLED is supposed to be more resistant to that, which is a huge relief for anyone who's ever seen the ghosts of a static image lingering on their screen.
Oh, for sure.
So a 240 Hz refresh rate means the screen updates 240 times per second.
That's insanely fast.
Yeah, and for gamers, it translates to buttery smooth motion, especially in fast-paced action games.
Oh, yeah?
And that 0.03 meters response time,
What is that?
that's the time it takes for a pixel to change color.
Wow.
Again, super fast, meaning less ghosting and blur, which can be a game changer, literally.
Literally.
And speaking of real-world experiences, one reviewer raved about the color contrast and picture quality, saying it was a quantum leap over their old monitor.
Nice.
They even said HDR movies and games looked so good it felt like having a personal IMAX theater.
Personal IMAX theater, I like it.
But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Well, no, of course not.
Some users reported flickering issues, especially when using the Shadow Boost feature.
Oh.
Now, Shadow Boost is designed to brighten up dark areas in games, which sounds great in theory, but apparently it can sometimes cause some instability with this monitor.
Yeah, I mean, who wants a flickering screen in the middle of a boss fight?
Right.
That's got to be frustrating.
Okay, so Shadow Boost aside, this same user who mentioned the flickering also talked about how impressed they were with the picture-in-picture functionality.
Oh, wow.
They were multitasking like a pro, working and gaming at the same time with no lag or hiccups.
Nice.
And they also mention the built-in pixel cleaning feature, which I know you're going to explain is more important than it sounds.
You know, me too.
Yeah.
Well, it might seem like a minor detail, but pixel cleaning is actually crucial for OLED longevity.
Right.
Those pixels need a little refresh now and then to prevent burn-in and keep the image quality top-notch over time.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a little workout for your pixels, making sure they stay in tip-top shape.
Now, before we get too lost in the Asus world, let's shift gears and talk about the MSI Mag 321 UPX QD OLED.
Okay.
Now, this one caught my eye because, let's be honest, it's significantly more budget-friendly than the Asus.
Sure.
But does that mean it's sacrificing quality?
That's the question.
Well, based on what users are saying, it seems like MSI managed to pull off something pretty impressive here.
Okay.
People are praising the image quality, the brightness, and the overall value for money. One user even said they'd been using it for months with zero burn-in and zero complaints, which honestly is reassuring in the world of OLED, where burn-in is often a looming concern.
Yeah, I was going to say that burn-in is definitely a worry.
Right, and MSI knows that burn-in anxiety is real, so they've included their OLED Care 2.0 feature.
Oh, interesting.
Now, I know it sounds like some kind of skincare routine for your monitor, but it's actually a pretty smart system.
Okay.
It doesn't just refresh pixels randomly. It analyzes your usage patterns to identify areas that are more prone to burn-in and targets those specifically.
So it's being smart about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a preemptive strike against burn-in, which is pretty neat.
Okay, so MSI gets points for being proactive, but it can't all be perfect, can it?
Well, some users have mentioned that the firmware updates for the MSI have been a little, shall we say, bumpy.
Oh, what do you mean bumpy?
Yeah, firmware updates are kind of like the unsung heroes of the tech world. You don't really think about them until they go wrong.
True.
But they're essential for keeping your monitor running smoothly, fixing bugs, improving performance, and sometimes even adding new features.
Oh, for sure.
So a clunky update process is definitely something to keep in mind, especially if you're someone who values a seamless user experience.
Totally. All right, so we've covered two of the top contenders, the
Yeah.
Asus and the MSI, but there's one more waiting in the wings, and it's a big one. The Samsung 32-inch Odyssey OLED G8.
The G80SD, to be precise.
Yeah, the G80 SD.
Now, Samsung is known for its sleek designs, and this monitor definitely lives up to that reputation.
Of course.
But it's not just a pretty face. It also boasts that same impressive 240 Hz refresh rate and 0.03 meets response time we've been talking about, along with a glare-free display, which is a godsend if you've got a lot of light in your gaming space.
I can imagine.
And let's not forget the gaming hub, which basically turns your monitor into a smart TV with streaming apps and all that jazz.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of going above and beyond, the Samsung G8 also offers a curved screen option.
Oh, that's cool.
Some people swear by curved monitors for gaming and movies, saying it creates a more immersive experience.
Yeah.
Others prefer the classic flat screen for tasks that require more accuracy, like graphic design or photo editing.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Samsung gives you that choice.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious, though, about the user feedback on the G8. Have they been as impressed as we are?
Well, the reviews are pretty glowing when it comes to the display itself.
Oh.
People are raving about the incredible colors and sharpness, saying it's like looking through a window into another world. But there's a bit of a catch. Some users have expressed some, shall we say, disappointment with the software quality.
Oh.
They've mentioned things like clunky menus and occasional lag, which is a shame because on paper, the gaming hub sounds like a killer feature.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that even with top-of-the-line hardware, the software can make or break the experience.
Right.
I mean, think about it. You could have the most powerful gaming PC in the world, but if the operating system is constantly crashing or the games are riddled with bugs, it's going to ruin the fun.
Absolutely.
It's all about that seamless integration between hardware and software, creating a truly enjoyable user experience.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so we've dissected three incredible QD-OLED monitors, each with its own strengths and quirks. What are your initial thoughts? Anything jumping out of you?
Honestly, I'm blown away by how far display technology has come. We've gone from chunky CRT monitors to these sleek, ultra-thin marvels that deliver mind-blowing image quality.
Yeah.
And QD-OLED seems to be at the forefront of this revolution.
It really does feel like we're entering a new era of visual fidelity.
It does.
But I'm also struck by how each of these monitors,
Yeah.
even with their shared QD-OLED technology, caters to slightly different needs.
Right.
It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Exactly. You've got the Asus, which seems like the ultimate choice for no-compromise gaming performance.
Right.
Then there's the MSI, which offers incredible value for money without sacrificing too much on the picture quality front.
Yeah.
And finally, the Samsung, which tries to be the all-in-one entertainment hub,
Uh-huh.
even if the software execution isn't quite perfect.
I think that's a really insightful way to break it down. It's not just about finding the best QD-OLED monitor overall.
Right.
It's about finding the best one for your specific needs and priorities.
Exactly.
So if you're a competitive gamer who needs every millisecond of advantage, the Asus might be your best bet.
Yeah, makes sense.
But if you're more of a casual gamer or a movie buff who wants the best bang for their buck, the MSI could be the winner.
For sure.
And if you're looking for a monitor that can do it all, from streaming to gaming to productivity, the Samsung with its smart features and sleek design might be calling your name.
It might be.
And let's not forget the whole curved versus flat screen debate.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's interesting that Samsung offers both options with the G8.
Yeah.
That's a level of customization you don't always see.
It's true, and it speaks to the fact that there's no single right answer when it comes to choosing a monitor.
Right.
It really depends on your personal preferences and how you plan to use it.
Yeah.
Some people love the immersive feeling of a curved screen, especially for gaming and movies.
Hmm.
Others prefer the classic look and feel of a flat screen, especially for tasks that require more precision, like graphic design or photo editing.
Okay.
It all comes down to what works best for you, and that's why doing your research is so important.
Absolutely. We've given you the rundown on 3 of the top QD-OLED monitors out there, but ultimately the best monitor for you is the one that fits your needs, your budget, and your style.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We've only scratched the surface of what QD-OLED has to offer, and I have a feeling we're going to see even more amazing things from this technology in the future.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So if you're ready to experience the future of display technology, be sure to check out the links in the description below. We've got the latest prices and deals on all three of these monitors so you can find the perfect one for your setup. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future tech deep dives. We're always exploring the latest and greatest gadgets and sharing our insights with you. Thanks for joining us on this QD-OLED journey. Until next time, keep those screens bright and those pixels happy.